I receive a lot, and I mean a lot, of questions on the Patterns of Evidence films. These films have a lot of problems. We're not going to look at the specific problems today because I think the format of the movies themselves require some critique. As an Egyptologist who believes that the Bible contains historical truth, I get a lot of questions about the Patterns of Evidence movies. If you like these videos and wish to help this channel, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. It feeds the algorithm. And if you would like to support this channel financially, please consider becoming a Patreon member or purchasing my forthcoming book. Please use the affiliate link below. Now, I am an Egyptologist and a Bible scholar. While many people are impressed by the Patterns of Evidence movies, these same people are taken aback when I tell them I am an outspoken critic of the films. And people seem completely gobsmacked when I say that the films lionize poor scholarship. And the first thing they often say is, "He must not have seen the films, or is afraid to entertain new evidence." I have seen both films and have read all the books. I'm not afraid to engage new ideas, but I do insist that new ideas should be better than the old ideas. Then I hear, but, if he's seen the movies and not convinced by the arguments, then he must be an atheist. I am not an atheist. I believe in the Bible and affirm a historical exodus. But, if he's seen the movies and isn't an atheist, then he clearly lacks the credentials to critique these movies. I hold 4 graduate degrees in ancient Near Eastern disciplines, and I have published books and peer-reviewed articles on the subject. I even attended the same graduate school as Douglas Petrovich, so much of our educations overlap. And then the next response I sometimes receive is, okay, he's seen the films, he's not an atheist, he's educated, but, he's speculating. He uses theory instead of facts. This is said when people don't understand the difference between what is a theory and what is a fact. People use the term theory awfully loosely when they mean opinion. A fact is a justified, true belief with warrant. A theory is an interpretation of the facts. I am a pure evidentialist. I follow the evidence and the facts wherever they lead. But, he's a nobody. Who is this guy to criticize experts like David Rohl and Douglas Petrovich? Okay. This is just an appeal to celebrity. Setting aside whether Rohl and Petrovich are experts for the moment, I might not be as famous as those gentlemen, but that doesn't mean that their opinions are more true. Besides, in 2017, at Rhode Island, I was invited to participate in a 3-way debate between me, David Rohl, and Douglas Petrovich. Since both men agreed to debate me as a peer, I think that settles the matter. Now, I think we can start to explore the reasons why I dislike the films. In subsequent videos, we are going to look at the specific problems of the theories that are espoused by Rohl and Petrovich. But I think the general format of these films also deserves some critique. The format of the Patterns of Evidence movies is that they take a fringe view and lionize it against mainstream scholarship. The films encourage a passive viewing experience where the viewer is not challenged to think and is instead guided to choose between a limited set of options. To be charitable, I think Mahoney, who produced the films, is trying to solve the breakfast cereal aisle problem. This is when, say, a mother takes her child to a cereal aisle in a grocery store. She asks him, "What breakfast cereal do you want?" The child has been exposed to hundreds of television commercials on breakfast cereal. And then when he's brought to an actual grocery store, he sees nothing but a wall of cereal. Dozens and dozens of varieties of different cereal. The child is overwhelmed by the amount of choice he has to make, and he is frozen by indecision. So the mother chooses between two less bad choices and asks the child to choose between just the two, knowing that the child will choose the option with the most sugar. The mother knows that the child lacks the knowledge and experience to make a wise choice, so she limits the choices for the child. Tim Mahoney has limited the choices for the viewer between mainstream scholars and a fringe theorist, knowing that most viewers are going to choose the option with the most sugar. The Patterns of Evidence movies are meant to give people a reason for believing in the Exodus without having them think through the issues. They appeal to our distrust of authority and bypass our higher brain faculties, feeding our emotional centers instead. So people become passionately loyal to the films because Mahoney has used the power of the filmmaker's bias to subconsciously subvert the way we believe. The filmmaker's bias filters out everything but what he wants you to believe to drive you towards his way of thinking. So, the big problem of these films is that they are designed to cherry-pick the data. These films filter out the evidence except what you are supposed to focus on. This is deeply problematic, because the films espouse views that are plagued by contradictory evidence. Not only that, but the views from each film contradict each other, so the two films don't even agree. This leaves the viewers in a position where they are forced to pick and choose the evidence they like, making evidence an Epicurean buffet does a complete disservice to the truth and leaves people bewildered. Now, there are reasons, good reasons, to believe in a historical exodus. Unfortunately, Mahoney doesn't give you steak and eggs as a breakfast option. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on Ancient Egypt